Anne from Game Like a Mother, and for my March game chat, I'm going to start off with a personal question, which is, what is my favorite color? And I promise this does have something to do with board games. My favorite color is not one color, it is jewel tones. Anytime there's a jewel tone, it's my favorite, and whether it's a t-shirt or anything else, that pop of color is what I really like. So I like ruby red, emerald green, sapphire blue, amethyst purple, all my favorites. And what that has to do with today is we have been playing a bunch of Splendor Duel, which I like because of the actual gameplay involved and also because it is all my favorite colors. So I'll be talking about that here in a minute when I get into the games that we're playing. I also want to get to discuss today, it's good to know your different board game companies, because depending on the type of games you like, you might find yourself getting games that are from the same publisher over and over again. A lot of them have different kinds of types of games they go for. And so today I'd like to talk about Blue Orange games. They are kind of a newer game company. They were founded in 1999. So they're based out of San Francisco, so US based. And they do so many games that are my, just end up being our family favorites. And they've started sending me some games to test out. So bonus points for that. That does increase the love. It is pretty great. But they have all of the King Domino games are published by them, and I love all of those games. They just came out with Downtown Farmers Market, which is a lot like Point Salad, but is better. Play Downtown Farmers Market instead. It's all of the fun, but slightly different gameplay and just so much better setup. They have Pangaloo is this sweet children's memory game with penguins that we played so much when my kids were little, and now they have like a pug alternative version of that called Tongues Out that is super cute and we love as well. They have Battle Sheep, which is it's an abstract strategy game that's kind of like chess, but with sheep that you stack and you try to control the most pasture. And we just play that a ton. I bring that to board game camps all the time. Kids love it. Bubble Stories is a newer offering that's kind of a choose your own adventure for preschool aged kids. And we've been playing, my 4-year-old daughter has been loving those and playing it on repeat. Gobblers is one of their standby. It's like a more strategic tic-tac-toe. And then finally, Yam Slam is better Yahtzee, and we take this to the pool every summer and just play it all the time. So if you get to know the kind of games you like, Blue Orange has a ton that are perfect for us. They have a lot of family level games, but then they also have a lot of games that are, if people are just really into the hobby and like an intense and strategic game, they offer some of those as well. So really, I've always had a really good time with all of the games that I've played from them. There hasn't been a bummer in the bunch, which is saying something. So it's a lovely company, so many great games, and it pays to pay attention who is making the games that you like, because they probably will continue to make games that you like. So check out Blue Orange. Now I'm going to talk about the games we've been playing this past month. There are 4 I wish to highlight. It has been a very good month, very excellent games. The first I want to talk about is Splendor Duel. Oh my gosh, there's been a lot of buzz about this game, and it's good. It's so good. The goal of Splendor is, in regular Splendor, you win by getting the most points first. And you are getting points by collecting jewels that you use to buy different cards. And then the cards have points or jewels on them. And then you use the jewels on the card to help you buy more cards that are worth more. It's an engine building game with jewels, which is the right kind of engine. So it's very simple, very fun. This, in Splendor Duel, it ups the level of strategy without adding a lot of complicated game elements, which is just my favorite because there's way more fun interesting decisions. I've been playing this on repeat and I don't feel like I just have my strategy figured out and, oh, this is what I should do every time. There's lots of fun, interesting decisions each time. So in this, there are 3 different ways to win. You can win by being the first to get to 20 points, or by having 10 points in the same color, or by being the first to have 10 crowns. In this, there's a new element where you're getting crowns and you get prestige points, and there's different elements there. The way you select the gems is different. There is a board, and they get laid out randomly on the board, and you collect your gems 3 in a row, either vertically, horizontally, diagonally. And so sometimes you don't get to get exactly the gems that you want. They're not in a nice row together. Sometimes you can pick to just get 2 gems because that's what's left, but it's still worth getting 2 and leaving the other person to deal with what's left. There are bonuses on the cards that allow you to do different things that are very simple to understand, but you have that element to figure out as well. Ooh, do I want to get that card or aim for this one over here? Does the bonus matter more than this color of gem or getting points? It's just a lot more interesting decisions. And we were very unsure when we started playing. I thought, 3 different win conditions. Is it just going to be the same one over and over again? No, it's been all 3. So you're kind of having to, you think, I'm getting all these points, I'm way ahead, and then someone just sneaks in with a bunch of crowns and they don't have that many points and they win. So it makes it so sometimes in regular Splendor, I feel like one person would clearly be ahead. They'd have a few of the same gem they collected that meant they were going to get more prestige points and be able to get more. And so it was pretty clear, they're probably going to beat us because they're going to be able to get to these other things. This, I feel, is a bit more evenly matched. So this is great. My only complaint is it's kind of ruined regular Splendor for me because I would just much rather play Splendor Duel, even though it's just 2-player, but it's so good. We've also played Noah's Ark, Don't Rock the Boat. A friend lent this to me. It's a little bit of an older game, but it was new to us. And my 4-year-old daughter is loving this. And what's special about this is it's a balance game, and it's Noah's Ark themed, but she can be very successful at it. We play, I love Animal Upon Animal is another balance game, a dexterity game. Rhino Hero is another excellent one. But it can be hard with younger kids to do okay with the dexterity required to play. And this is just a bit more forgiving in that regard, but it's still fun and interesting. My older kids have been enjoying playing it with her. The animals are different weights and they have different animal facts on them. So it can be tricky to place them on there just right, but it's just more accessible and she's able to be more successful at it than she would at the other games. So it is so fun. My only critique is there's a bunch of these cute little animal toys that you play with, and it would be very easy for those to go wandering off to another part of the house, and you're going to be upset if you're trying to play the game later and one of the duck-billed platypus is missing, because there's 2 of each animal for this game, Noah's Ark, 2x2. So that's my only, keep an eye on that. But this is fantastic. If there was a game for a Sunday school classroom that I said, what should you, it would be this. This is perfect. We've also been playing Junior Detective, which is essentially Clue, but different, faster, and I like it better. My kids are really enjoying it. It's very simple. This is a very simple game. You could give this to somebody whose kids don't play a lot of board games, the family doesn't play a lot of board games, and they'd be very successful at it. It does not have tricky rules, but it's such a fun little whodunit. And there's 40 different cases, and you go around the board and you visit 8 different people. That give you information about the suspect, whoever was the culprit for the case. And one person always will tell you who lied, and you need to have a mirror clue for that person. Another person, the spy, will tell you where they're located on the board that you have to go to. And for that, you have to rub a card in between your hands, and once it's warmed up, certain letters will be left to show, and it'll spell out the clue, and that's all it is. There are a couple other clues that you look at through a little decoder. It's very simple, but it works. My kids really enjoy it. And unlike Clue, it's faster and you aren't dependent on other people giving you accurate information. I don't know what it is about Clue, but just all of my childhood memories of playing that is somebody forgetting that they have a card in their hand when you ask them for information, and then it screws up the whole game and you've played the whole game and it's flawed and you get the wrong person, which just would always make me upset. So that doesn't happen in this one. One thing is case 2, they have a misprint in case 2 of this, and it doesn't work right. There's conflicting information. So that's a little bit annoying, but as long as you know going in, case 2, I would say just skip that one. They're 40, you're okay. That's the annoying thing, but it's so fun. It's a great little whodunit. Super duper recommend. And then finally, Labyrinth Team Edition. We love Labyrinth in my house. And so I've been eyeing this. I've been waiting for it to come out because it's a cooperative version of the game that kind of ups the level of strategy, where instead of just you have a shifting maze and you're trying to be first to get through to get your treasures, in this one you're working as a team, and Daedalus is trying to trap you all in the maze, and you have to work together to get all of the 24 treasures in time in order to escape. And each turn you flip over a Daedalus card that causes some mayhem. Either usually, you're you're inserting a card and that makes the maze where you can better navigate through and get to the treasure that you want. Well, some of the cards, he gets to, that extra tile that you would put in, it gets flipped upside down and shoved in at the spot that they tell you to put it in. And then it's a dead end in the maze, and you can't go by that spot. And you have to then use as part of your turn going to that spot and flipping it back over. And you have some different special abilities that you can use. And it just feels much more strategic and kind of a race against time without being actually timed. So it was fun. It's a little bit more strategic. I really like the cooperative gameplay, in part because my 9-year-old daughter is a terror at Labyrinth and always beats us, and it's nice to actually have her on our side telling us what to do. But I am thrilled with the gameplay and strategy and theming of this one is just beautiful. And kind of like Splendor Duel, I still like standard Labyrinth, but this is just enough more going on without being more complicated. I'd rather play this one, so it's been a hit. I've been so happy playing this. So that's it for my March game chat. Bonus personal question: have I ever been embarrassed by a game that I've played? Why, yes. Bears versus Babies used to be my son's favorite game when he was in first grade, and I had to explain to his teacher what the game was and that no, we were not in fact on the side of the babies when playing the game. So, treasured family memories. Thank you, and see you next time from Game Like a Mother.